Hi, everybody. It's Professor Malat with another weekly overview. This is week 6, where you get to do peer review. Last week, you submitted your rhetorical analysis rough drafts, and this week, you will be doing peer review of a classmate's rough draft. That'll take place in the discussion board. I will talk about that in a moment. Um, as I said, this is hopefully a short video that will explain the assignment for you and just show you the various resources that I have available for you so that you know how to do a peer review. Um, so there is some information on grammar for the grammar quiz, talking about run-on sentences and sentence fragments. Those two things, run-ons and sentence fragments, tend to be the biggest mistakes that students in first year writing classes make. So it's really important that you read up on those, understand what the differences are between run-ons and sentence fragments, and how you can work to avoid those mistakes in your writing. There is also a Canvas page called All About Thesis Statements, which will help you with your thesis statement if you need to revise and improve that. So this week, for the videos, besides this overview, you will be watching 3 short videos that help you to provide quality feedback. The first one is how to be a great peer editor, 7 tips. And then the next one is how to write effective peer review comments. That's under 5 minutes. And lastly, we have peer review Canvas video tutorial. So that one is helpful as far as the tools that you can use to do a peer review in Canvas. However, our peer review is a little bit different because I've actually moved it to the discussion board. So I'll talk about that in a moment. There is one more essay from Scribber. Essay? No, it's a video. One more video from Scribber to help you learn about how to write a strong essay body paragraph. That one's under 4 minutes, so please make sure that you check that out. So let's go to the discussion board assignment, not number 5, the midterm check-in, but the peer review, essay number 2. As you will see here, this is a discussion board, and this is the first peer review that we have had. It includes the instructions and includes some guided feedback questions. So it's really important that you understand the instructions for this assignment. So what you're going to do is reply to this prompt. Remember, you can click on reply, and in this area, you are going to insert a document. You will upload the document. It is the exact same one that you submitted for the rough draft assignment last week, okay? I want that to be clear. You're submitting it here so that once you are assigned a peer review in Canvas, your peer reviewer and you can go and you'll actually be able to open the other person's document. You'll be able to look at it, review it, through this list of questions that I am providing for you. So after you reply, you'll be assigned a peer review. So read more about the discussion board peer review in Canvas. We have this here. This is provided by Canvas. It shows you how to do a peer review in Canvas as a discussion board assignment. So make sure that you take a look at that website, web page that's provided by Canvas so that you understand how to do it within the discussion board, because it's a little bit different when you do it in other assignments. To read your peer's document, you'll have to click on the document in their reply. So that document needs to be in a docx or PDF file format. Please do not upload pages. Please do not share your Google Docs or your Microsoft Office docs. You need to make sure that it's an actual document that you have downloaded to your computer so that you can upload it into the system for another person to view it. So I've already looked at it, and I'm in the process of providing you some feedback, but I also want you to get some feedback from your peers, people just like you, people who are in the same boat. Having a non-expert read your work can help you to figure out whether or not that work is appropriate for various audiences. So to read your peer's document, you will click on the document in their reply. It'll be a link, probably with a little document icon. It will open the document viewer in Canvas, so you don't actually have to download the document. Then I want you to reply to the peer's writing in their feed. So you will, once again, click on reply underneath their post, where their document is within the body of the post, and you will use the questions below as a guide. Remember, you don't have to answer all of the questions. They're just there to provide you some feedback, or provide you some ideas for feedback for revision. If you want to, you can copy and paste the questions below into a document for your feedback and attach the feedback to your reply, but that's not a requirement. You can copy and paste it into the reply portion of the discussion board post. Hopefully that makes sense. As I said before, you don't have to answer every single question, but there are some things that I want you to make sure the student has done. Say something that you liked first off the bat. That is like the best thing to do. Say what you liked about the essay. What did they do well? Find at least one positive comment that you can make about the essay. Make sure that it's actually a rhetorical analysis essay, right? That they're not just talking about the commercial, but they don't go into any kind of analysis. You got to make sure that they're actually analyzing some of the things. They're completing the assignment and fulfilling the requirements of the assignment. That is, did they do it correctly? Then, if you can find it, is there some kind of thesis? Copy what you think the main idea is. Does the introduction work? Does it draw you in as a reader, or does it need a little bit more work? You can provide suggestions if you think of them. Again, if you're struggling with it, don't overthink it. Just do the best that you can with your feedback. It does not have to be perfect. What could the student do to improve the introduction? Does the student describe their ad enough so that you understand it without actually seeing it? Is there too much summary? Not enough? Does the student analyze things like audience, genre, purpose, and context? Do they talk about any of the rhetorical strategies, such as the rhetorical appeals, any kind of multimodal aspects, so on and so forth? Is there anything that's confusing about the essay? Are there parts of it that don't make sense? If it's not clear, you should point out to the person that you're reviewing the things that you don't understand about the essay and anything that the writer could do to improve it. Does the writer use quotes or specific examples from the ad? Those things are always good. Remember, we want to use evidence to make ourselves appear more knowledgeable in our writing. And is the paper organized effectively? If so, explain how. And if it's not, explain why it's confusing. And does the student need to proofread and edit before submitting their final draft? Again, I don't expect you to be grammar experts, punctuation experts, spelling experts, but if there are some things that you think the student needs to really look closely, you don't have to pinpoint them specifically. That's my job. But you can say, hey, I saw a few spelling errors and I think you have some questionable grammar or punctuation. You might want to take a closer look. That is sufficient for your analysis or your feedback. Okay, so hopefully that is clear. If you need clarification on these directions, please reach out to me. It's always a good idea to make sure that you are completely understanding the goals that we are trying to meet within an assignment. So again, that is the main assignment that's due on Sunday. We also have another discussion board. This is discussion board number 5. It's the midterm check-in. This is a very low-key thing, but since we're in the middle of the term, I just want to make sure that we're on the right track, that there are things that are helping you learn, things that might be hindering you from being more successful. If there's anything that I can do to improve your learning or improve the course, please let me know. You aren't required to respond to a peer in this discussion post, but you can feel free to offer comments and suggestions if you want to. If you have discover something that's really working for you and you read somebody's post and they might be struggling with something, you can offer a suggestion and say, hey, this is something that worked for me, maybe you want to check it out. But again, you don't have to feel compelled to respond to a peer if you don't want to. This is just for me to gauge where everybody is in the middle of the term. And let's see where we are. Sometimes it's so strange how Canvas, nope, you don't want to do that. How Canvas works through some of the things. So we have that, and then we have grammar quiz number 6. So there are 3 things. Peer review is the top level thing, right? That is the one thing that you really should not miss. And then the check-in, again, that's a low-key thing. And of course, the grammar quiz, that's kind of a self-correcting exercise to help to solidify some of those grammar concepts that you've been tackling through the readings. So if you have any questions for me, feel free to contact me. I am running into a busy week. I will be traveling to Indianapolis for another baseball tournament. This starts at very early in the week. It's not just a Friday through Sunday thing. It's a Tuesday through the following Monday. I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed by it, but I will be available to answer emails and do correcting and that kind of stuff. I will have my laptop with me. I just won't be in this wonderful place that I call my home office. All right, take care, everybody, and I look forward to seeing your work this week. Bye-bye.